Welcome back, trainers. Today we're going to be taking a look at Scrafty here alongside Mawile, and we have a few other tricks and treats to take a look at. We have Jellicent as well as Galarian Slowking, which is going to be pretty fun to take a look at for a couple of battles. If you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up. And folks, I have something to say. You all have been saying you haven't been getting your notifications. You got to turn those on. YouTube is screwing me over. So just make sure you got that bell on and subscribe. Hit that like button, and it'd be much appreciated. Alright, with that said, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here up against the Umbreon. Well, this isn't particularly great for us, and they have Dark Pulse, so it's going to take a little bit longer to get to that move, leaving us with more time to throw more Bubble Beams. We should be able to, well, I don't know if we'll survive one more. This is the third one here. Dark Pulse does do quite a bit of damage, plus that stab, but we did lower the attack quite a bit, so we could bring in our Scrafty and farm up and just be very comfortable here. Dark Pulse definitely taking us out. Swapping into Scrafty, and they immediately bring in their Toxapex. So what we're going to do is go for Iron Head. This is not particularly the best situation here, but at least Mawile is still able to hold it down up against this tanky water and poison type here. Going for a Power Punch, and we got a shield. I mean, there we go. We're looking good. Scrafty thrown into the battle here. Our last Pokemon with 2 shields. And we have that Umbreon in the back. So what we need to do here is kind of just vamp up our attack. We don't really need to worry about being too low on our health. The Umbreon is pretty much energy dry, and well, it's not going to really be able to hit us hard at all because we resist it massively with our dark and fighting type. So what we're going to do is just start vamping up our attack and counter them down. How about that? They're swapping, and I mean, we still got 1 shield left. I think it's going to be okay to let this go. It is a Dark Pulse, although it could have been a return or not return, but could you imagine? Last resort, right? Oh man, Shadow Umbreon, what the heck? That would be crazy. So we're taking them out. We have enough to get the Foul Play off, so we're going to go straight for that here. And Scrafty taking the win and closing for us. And it did very well this Halloween Cup. First time using it this time around. Next battle, we're met with a Shadow Golbat here. Okay, this is no problem at all. Shadow Ball is going to basically one-shot us with that Shadow Golbat and us being Shadow as well. So we do need to be a little bit cautious about that. Shielding the Shadow Ball up, great. Gonna go for the Power Up Punch. If we get a shield here, that's gonna be fantastic. Unfortunately, they call that, and that's not too great. But at this point, this is definitely gonna be a Poison Fang, so we don't need to shield this up. Gonna go ahead and farm them down, and they're gonna swap into their own Umbreon. Now, what I could have done here, I go for the Power Up Punch. I think I should have just saved that energy, to be honest with you. It did a decent amount, but we're gonna bring in our Scrafty to completely wall this thing here. And there's that last resort. And it's doing a decent amount, but I mean, by the time we start vamping up our attack, we're just looking great. The Golbat is very low, so we should be able to take care of that with our Scrafty as well. Potentially, we'll have to see here. Massive resistance with that Flying and Poison. And another last resort, we're going to go for the farm down. Beautiful, and we have quite a bit of energy. Bringing in that Golbat. Okay, I screw up here. I go for Foul Play, but they shield up. I should have went for Power Punch. They had such low health, I could have just vamped up my attack and countered them down even more. Anyways, we're going to go for a Power Punch. Alright, up against the Obstagoon. Okay, so we do have the Jellicent here. They're going to be super effective, so this is going to get a little tricky. All we have to really do, actually, is shield up the first Night Slash. And then we're going to start lowering the attack. Jellicent has a good amount of bulk to it, especially when we do lower their attack. We're going to be looking perfect here. So obviously they're going to go for Night Slash. We still have Mawile in the back, which is going to be able to do something. It's still in the yellow here, so we're going to be okay. They can't swap out to refresh that debuff, so they're pretty much done for here. And they're backing out when they realize, yeah, this is not happening, and we take that win. Let's keep it moving here. Make sure you hit that like button. Really do appreciate it. Met with a shiny Drapion. Still looking for that shiny Scrafty. I actually wanted that so bad, but I still have not been able to get it. All right, so gonna let this first one go. Aqua Tail. Okay, no problem at all. Building up to the Iron Head and going for the Power Punch. Like I said, every time I build up to the Iron Head and go for Power Punch, they always let it go. But if I go for the Iron Head, they have that shield come up. So letting this next Aqua Tail go because the quick move's really not doing too much. Now we will shield this up. I think we shield this up. Yeah, we kind of want to win that swap here. And they're swapping into their own Mawile to snipe me. I bet you they felt good about that. I sniped you with your own Pokemon Poke. Oh, you got me. You got me. All right, and they have Fire Fang. We're going to bring in our Jellicent and start lowering that attack. Now I'm thinking, you know, they've got Power Up Punch and Iron Head, right? Yeah, no problem. No Play Rough. There's Play Rough. It's still doing a decent amount of damage here. Now, I could have probably farmed down, but I'm thinking they probably have Iron Head, so we're just going to go ahead and take them out here. Although it is going to be resisted, and their attack is dropped. I just wanted to win that matchup. So they have a Muck in the back. Okay, so resisting fighting. But here's the thing about Scrafty and the move counter. It's just so stinking good. So what we're doing is lowering their attack. Now, bringing in Scrafty, I would assume they have Dark Pulse and then, of course, Thunder Punch. And there it is. Barely any damage. And they realize this is not happening. And we're going to get them to back out. And we take that win with Scrafty again in the back. And we have the Galarian Slowking. Let's have some fun. Poison and Psychic type. This is not a good matchup here for us at all. Technically, the Scrafty, yeah, that's a decent matchup, but not for the Mawile for this here, because of the Ghost is going to be super effective. I do believe I actually double shield the Slowking here. I just wanted to use it. It's such a silly thing. I don't know, man. That hat it has with those eyes, it just looks so weird, right? So shielding up another Shadow Bone, calling both of them, right? Maybe they have like Shadow Bone Fire Blast or something like that. And I didn't think I was going to be able to actually confusion them down, so I wanted to preserve the Slowking. So we swap into our Scrafty and we catch a Bone Club. Nice, not very effective. Or maybe they just threw that because they didn't want to get to their Fire Blast. Who knows what the case is. And they swap into an Obstagoon. Now, they did this because they're super effective with their counter. But we're able to win that matchup, and though we have no more shields, but they still have one shield left. Okay, so they're bringing in a Crustle here, which is not taking super effective damage, but it is going to be doing okay. So we did get their last shield, and we're looking okay here. Yeah, that's a wrap. They back out, we take that win, and let's keep it moving. All right, moving on to our next opponent. Met with a Frostlass, and yeah, we got to look out for that Shadow Ball. Unfortunately, we do not have any water typing on this Slowking. So we're going to be taking neutral from Avalanche if they do go for that. We do shield it up because I just can't risk it here. That's still going to do a lot. And they're going to be swapping to catch a Future Sight with their Drapion. Sounds good to me. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Scrafty here to start going to Counter Town. Now, I think I counter them all the way down here. Let's see what they throw at me first. Crunch. Okay, great. Trying to lower that defense. I think they actually may go for another one here. So they might have, I don't know. They're just trying to lower my defense for the next Pokemon. Okay, great. Avalanche, will that be enough to take us out at this point? But doesn't really matter because they bring in a Excadrill, which is going to be doing super effective with that counter. So Scrafty just holding it down. Let's go. We're going to be doing a decent amount of damage to them. Vamping our attack up by 2 stages and now going for the Foul Play. Already got their shield, so this is going to connect. Taking them out. We swap into our Mawile to maul down this Frostlass, and we take that win. Clean win there. Nice. Moving it on to our next opponent, we're going to be met with a Azumarill. So this is a great lead here. Unfortunately, Slowking farms up pretty slow with that confusion. It could be worse. It could be better. We're just kind of right in the middle here. But they're going to be swapping after we do use a shield and bringing in a Scizor, and we're going to bring in our Mawile. We're down a shield. Night Slash, not very effective, but Mawile can't take a hit from anything. We're almost in farm down range for quite a few Pokemon, so we got to be careful here. I'm expecting them to bring back the Azumarill, and there it is. Okay, no problem at all. We've done a decent amount of damage to them with our confusion. So going for this Iron Head is going to be bringing them down kind of low, and they're shielding it up. Okay, Scrafty doesn't want anything to do with the Mawile, and this is not a good situation. They are farming me all the way down like we described here within that farm down range. Yeah, not looking particularly great, but we're going to be able to go for the Sludge Bomb before they hit their charge move here, and yep, they're going to be shielding that up. Now here's the question, are they going to hit me with a Ice Beam or Play? What's up, Play? It's okay, it's this one. So they keep going for Play Rough here every time. No Hydro Pump, no Ice Beam, so just Play Rough again. Maybe they have one move, who knows what the deal is. But they swap into a Wormadam Trash, that showcase we did yesterday, and this is a good matchup. Except for the fact that Bug Buzz is going to be doing a lot of damage. I was just sitting here like, oh, this is going to hurt. Since we're part fighting, it's not super effective. We should be able to survive and counter down. Have enough energy to take out that Azumarill here. We'll have to see. Slowking still waiting in the back with a decent amount of health. Ready to go with those confusions. Going straight for the Foul Play. Maybe should have went for a Power Up Punch. Vamped it up and then a Foul Play, but it doesn't really matter. Going for a Power Up Punch. Going all backwards. We're doing everything backwards. Okay. And then swapping into the Slowking for a very slow snipe. Galarian Slowking. Alright, so next battle we're met with a Escavalier, and they're resisting the confusion. We're resisting their counter. And this is an interesting matchup. Obviously, Mawile would love to go up against this. Scrafty actually doesn't mind too much, although we do take super effective from that counter. It's still not going to be the worst matchup ever. So what I'm going to do is shield up the first one, no problem at all. All I want to do is get one shield from them. And I don't think they're going to be farming up extra energy here, so I don't think we have to worry about them getting to a drill run. So down we go. Great. Bring it in the Mawile to just maul them down. Beautiful. What you got in the back there. Oh, it's this one. I think their whole team's weak to fire. Yep, they back out here. Oh, shoot. What was it? What do you think was in the back? Who knows? I wonder what it was, though. Something that did not want to see Mawile. Next battle, horrible lead up against a Umbreon. So we're going to swap into our Mawile right away. Our hard counter is going to be Scrafty. Mawile is going to be great up against it, specifically with Fairy Wind more so, and play rough, right? So we're going to go ahead and build up to Iron Head. And of course, they're going to, you know, not shield this up. Not that they needed to. I mean, I don't think they thought we were at a play rough. All right, so we'll let this one go as well, hitting us with a last resort, going for another power punch. I figured this is just the best way to go because they always keep shielding it up when I go for the Iron Head. Might as well just slowly trickle them down and do it like this here. And unfortunately, yeah, you know, I wanted the Scrafty to go up against it, but they really wanted it to stay alive there, so they stayed in the fight. Bringing in their Galvantula with our vamped up attack on the Mawile, and we did so much damage. Letting the lunge go, so our attack has been dropped here, and they have the Umbreon come back into battle. We throw in our Scrafty, and they have an Escavalier. Here you go. Here you go. Let's see how this is going to work. Got to vamp up that attack, of course, and just keep going for those. You keep going for those counters as if you had a choice, right? So shielding up this first attack here. I was really surprised on how Scrafty was taking those counters like a champion and really just not really rolling over. And we're going to be able to counter them down and take the win. Let's go. Thank you, Scrafty. Moving it on to our next battle. If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do. I really appreciate it. Another Escavalier. That's interesting. So we're going to go ahead and play this out the same exact way that we did last time. Shield this one up, go for the Future Sight, and then just allow them to take us out. Bring in them all while and finish them off and farm them down. Going for the Future Sight, which is going to be doing a decent amount of damage, even though they do resist it. And all I'm thinking is I just hope they don't farm a little extra. It doesn't seem like they did. We're going to be able to do it the exact same thing that we did last time with the Mawile here. So we're going to go ahead and Fire Fang them down. Beautiful. And they have a Nidoqueen. So we just need to land this Iron Head. We're going to be looking great. That was a little too soon. So it's definitely going to be a Poison Fang. Letting that go. And let's see if we can land this. We're going to be looking great. Unless there's some sort of Charm User in the back, then we're pretty much screwed here. Fire Fanging them down. What's in the back? A Frostlass. Now that is interesting that they let it go. Going for a power-up punch here. And then we're going to immediately swap. Oh, actually, no, I keep going with them all while. I try to do as much damage as I possibly can here. And we're going to take the win with the Scrafty. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. And I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
Touch the gas. This is the best.